What if I told you that there are some things that you just don't want to go to a Facebook forum for advice on? Um, Obviously, for you DoorDashers out there, there's going to be some things there, but for the rest of you, you don't want to go to Facebook for medical advice per se. You don't want to go there for advice on how to do your own surgery. You don't want advice for how to um, repair the foundation on a crumbling building. Let's say your apartment building has got a lien on it. You don't go to Facebook to get advice on how to fix that now, do you? No, you call the professionals. This is a response to a Facebook thread on a DoorDash forum about how to do taxes. This is not the place to go to for that. You want, obviously, a tax professional of some kind. You can either get a tax professional in your local community, you get a tax professional even online. I use TurboTax, for example, and there are live tax attorneys available for a modest fee, of course, available to you to help you with your situation, which in my situation will probably be applicable for the 2026 year taxes because I've of course done some research. You are able to collect unemployment and DoorDash at the same time, but there is a very specific formula that I have to use to do that, which means that for every dollar that you earn DoorDashing, or for every $2 that you earn, you lose $1 of your benefits. And the state of Minnesota, where I live, this formula is accounted for every time you submit every week. However, one thing that further research I was able to find was that this is regarding net profits. After expense profits. And they can verify this by validating your tax return at the end of the year if it was actually your actual profits that you're claiming against your unemployment. Now, again, I was able to research the state of Minnesota's unemployment webpage for this information, but I'm going to also use a tax advisor within TurboTax at the end of the year when I actually file this. But we got people out here asking for, how do I claim taxes? How do I file taxes? Well, you doofus, you can either go to the state sources and the state government Department of Revenue in your state's web pages, figure this out for yourself, or you can hire professional help. In my case, it's going to be a little bit of both. And another question that I got is sort of related but not really is, why is my unemployment claim getting denied because I can't DoorDash anymore? Well, that one's a little bit simpler. You can't claim unemployment on losing or being deactivated from DoorDash, very simply because DoorDash, as part of you being an independent contractor, does not pay into the state unemployment insurance funds. They're able to dodge us through us being independent contractors. And so because that's an expense they don't pay, it's also a benefit you don't have. So if you're deactivated from DoorDash or Uber Eats, you're not going to be able to collect unemployment. And I saw a question there asking why. Well, that is why. You're deactivated, you're not going to get unemployment benefits. You just don't, because they don't pay into the state funds as part of their classifying us as independent contractors and being able to dodge that requirement. So that's my very short spiel for today. 2 points. What if I told you that you should not go to Facebook for tax filing advice at the end of the year as a dasher? And also, what if I told you that there's a very legitimate reason why deactivated drivers cannot claim unemployment benefits from the state? I've just explained both of those. So I'm going to call this one a wrap. I will see you on the next round. And as always, peace out, homies.